John Slaytor. I'm a professional photographer. I specialise in portrait photography and in particular funeral photography. And I love funeral photography because the conditions are terrible. The lighting inside churches is bad. I have to be invisible, so I can't just go wherever I want in the church. And you're dealing with a very upsetting subject for a lot of people. And because the conditions are so bad, in order to produce good work, I have to be creative. And that's why I love it so much. If I was in a situation where I could control all the variables, my images would be predictable. I can't control anything at a funeral, and that's why my work is original.
What do you like in photography?
In terms of photographers?
Yeah.
So, I love the European humanist school. So my favourite photographer would be Werner Bischoff, who was a Swiss photographer who died in the 1950s. But he did a body of work which included Peru and Japan and obviously Europe. And he just takes beautiful images of people in original ways. And so he really inspired me to become a photographer. But other photographers, I loved Eve Arnold, who's a Jewish-American photographer, and again her whole focus is on people. When I was in London I contacted Jane Bone, who's a portrait photographer. Yeah, I'm attracted to portrait photographers.
And how long you're doing photography?
I started in 2009. Essentially when a neighbour asked me to photograph his favourite aunt's husband's funeral. And the reason he asked me, I'd been to India and I'd done a book afterwards which didn't have any photos of funerals in it whatsoever, but it was of people, and that somehow made him confident that I could do a good funeral, and so that's how I started in 2009.
Okay. And what is your type of camera you use? What camera you use?
Okay, so I need a camera which is non-threatening. In the past I've had things like the Nikon F4.
Okay.
And they're like machine guns. They're loud, they're noisy, and they look like a Hummer.
Yeah.
Now I've got two Canon R5s, which is a mirrorless camera, and they're absolutely wonderful. The way you can configure them, how quiet they are, and how light they are. I adore the R5.
And the other camera I saw your this one.
Yeah.
Is not yours. It's not the camera you used to.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Canon R5. What's unusual is the lens, which is a 35mm, and I've got shoulder surgery, so I can't hold a heavy lens.
Okay.
So I'm just playing with the 35mm lens, when my normal ones would be my favourite is the 70 to 200, or the 24 to 70. They would be my go-to lenses.
Okay. And how many years you're doing photography?
Since 2009.
2009. That's I need
before you were born.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm a new photographer and
I'm old, white hair. White hair.
If you want to, some people can contact you for portrait photography?
Sure.
Yeah.
They can contact.
By Instagram?
By Instagram or on my website.
Okay. Could you say your Instagram and your website to people?
Alright, I'll give you my portrait photography website.
Okay.
Which is johnslaytorphotography.com.au, and Slaytor is spelled Slaytor. Otherwise you can go to my funeral photography website, which is thefuneralphotographer.com.au.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So today we was talking about photography with this guy, and I hope you really like it, and I support him there, this guy. Thank you very much for everything. Bye guys.
Bye guys.